Okay, anyway, I'm going to do now. So the demo, the last time we left at the demo, I'm going to show you how to create the distribution in the Cloudfront. For that, let's go to the so in this demo we are going to create a distribution, and for that we have to set up S3 for contents. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a S3 bucket. In that bucket I'm going to upload the contents, और फिर उस content से we're going to launch the Cloudfront distribution system, and we will view those content via Cloudfront from via edge location and via cache, all those kind of terminology we're going to use. So for that, first thing first, I have to log into my AWS Management Console. So I'll show you the S3 bucket. I already have S3 buckets. So this is my storage S3 bucket. In that I have pictures, and then I have these two files. So what I did, I build the web page. There's two web page actually, the home.html and index.html. Let me show you what is in this. This is a home. Open with the notepad. So these are the codes I have in this in this web page. So don't worry about these, all the codes. So just pay attention. I have this heading in this website called Mont Tremblant, Quebec, Canada. Then I have a frame from the YouTube. I linked my video for EC2 launching demo. Then I have a picture which is also sitting in the same bucket. So these are the pictures, LAB mount, and these are the YouTube connection for the video. And if I click on my page, this is how it's gonna look like. So, but this is I'm launching from my the C drive. This is on my desktop, but they are retrieving this picture and this video from the this video is coming from the YouTube, and this is coming from my S3 bucket, because I have provided the link. But I am going to show you how to use the Cloudfront to see the same content. So for that, so this is the S3 already set up, and then the next I'm going to launch the Cloudfront. So in the Cloudfront, when we get on this landing page of the Cloudfront interface, so here's a tab called Create Distribution. So I'm going to create the distribution. So for this, I'm going to use, this is RTMP. This kind of distribution is for this streaming of the video and video data. So for some reason, I just noticed that they have from December 31st, 2020, this service will not be available. I think they are making another announcement. Maybe they have a new way of doing the distribution. I did not actually study what they're trying to do now. So if I click on Get Started, so this is how the thing's gonna start. Like origin name, I already have my origin name, mean what is going to be my source of this content. So here is the source. I have name 51 because I already have a S3 bucket as a source. So I can see in the drop down button I can see this the bucket name. So I click on that. So origin path is going to be like home .html. So what I'm saying here, I'm saying when you click on this the link URL for this Cloudfront, I want to show this page because this is my landing page. So rest of the thing is enable origin shield. I don't need that. This is my origin ID already there. Origin connection attempt, so you can make 3 attempts. So if you want to now more about this, so we click here, the number of attempts that Cloudfront attempts to connect to the region. See, the Cloudfront is talking to the region. Cloudfront is talking to my bucket. That's what it's saying. Valid value for are from 1 to 3, the default 3 attempts. So it's going to make 3 attempts. After that, it's going to give me a failed connection. So origin connection timeout. So I have given 10 seconds. So let's see what is this. That the amount of time in second that Cloudfront wait when trying to establish a connection to the origin. Valid value from 1 to 10 seconds. The default is 10 seconds. So this is, see how they have explained each and every step on the way. So what is this? The custom header key and value you specify here will include in every request or to the region. If the header has already supplied in the client request, it is overridden. You can see if you can add extra information in the header. You can say this is from Cloudfront, this is from the edge location. That's kind of information you can add, so that you will know where the traffic is coming from. So here comes the cache behavior setting. So we already read about the cache is, right? So you can have a HTTP and HTTPS traffic. So I'll keep it to, or you can do, for example, sometime you type in HTTP, but the requirement, the content is in a secure environment. They are in HTTPS. So you can also select this one to say, even somebody send the traffic using HTTP protocol and redirect to HTTPS. So it's going to be like compensate, even though if you don't put S in the URL. So if you want Cloudfront to allow viewer to access your web content using either HTTP or HTTPS, specify HTTP and HTTPS if you want Cloudfront to redirect. So I don't need to do this. So I'm going to select this one. So get head. So what the get mean here? I want to you to guys answer this question. What is get mean? Anyone?
Or fetch karna?
What?
Sir, fetch karna.
Yes. Read, fetch, retrieve. So that means when you have a get command, you will be reading, you will be fetching the data. Then you have a put and post. Put means you're going to post or write the data. So that's good. So field level encryption we don't need, but you can read field level encryption configure from private content. Even you can have encryption, end-to-end encryption on of your data. When there's 2 kinds of encryption. One is called data at rest. When you store the data, let's say you are storing the data in S3 Glacier. So you want the whole data in the Glacier should be encrypted. So you can do that. The other kind of encryption is called data in transit. When 2 devices are talking, you are retrieving the data from device A to B. So in the transition, during the transition of the transfer of the data, it will be encrypted. So nobody can eavesdrop or nobody can actually hack your data. So cache method. So cache method get cached by. So we were going to read this. We are not going to make any changes to the content. This is for the viewers just to view the data. So in the policy part, The policy, what is the policy? Policy is a set of rules you define who can do what on this specific component of the system, who can read, who can write, who can log in. So these kind of rules are defined in the policy document. So you say we recommend using a cache policy and origin request policy to control the cache key and original. So if let me see. So it's use cache policy and origin policy. So I want to see actually the policy. View the policy detail. When I click on this, so see here, TTL, time to live, how long you want your content to sit in the cache or in the edge location. So by default, they have 86,400 TTL. These are the second. I believe this is 24 hours. So you are saying the data in the edge location should be there once I retrieve the data. When I first time connect to my using CloudFront, the data will come to the edge location first, and then it will be passed on to my connection, my desktop. So after that data which is downloaded to the edge location should stay there for 24 hours. This is the policy I'm talking about. So then you have origin. Again, this is another origin. So your source policy. So manage cache, for example, they have like 1, 2, 3, 4 policies there. So these are all these are default policy. They are already part of this configuration. So you don't have to do anything. So it's not like a streaming. This is just the going to be static content. So I don't need to say yes. Restrict viewed access using signed URL. Remember we read about this signed URL. It's going to be once you log into your Netflix with your account, username and the password. So once you establish the connection, then it will assign a URL which is also called cookies. It will stay there because you will be browsing different content on the Netflix. So it will stay there until your connection is established. Then you don't have to log in again and again. So that gives you a guarantee that you will have access to all the content as long as you are connected. So I don't need that. Compress object automatically. So this is another thing CloudFront is offering. If you have content, it's like a large file or like a streaming or video or audio, so it's automatically you can set this for the compression. So compression means you're going to have a less storage in the cache. When you compress the data, that's actually minimize the size of the data. So less data mean you have more storage capacity. Then you can also use the Lambda functions. Let's say you have some kind of logic which you want to build on this streaming. If somebody click on your content and behind the scene you want to build a logic before giving the access to the content, you can use the Lambda function as well. So again, these are all those the configuration I'm showing you. It's not your job. This is the system administration or the person who is specialist in the CloudFront technology. So here's also you have a price class distribution setting. So in the price class, you can set you want this content only for the Canada and Europe. You can also have a flexibility to set for these countries, Middle East and Africa, or you want to use all the by default. This is for the best performance. So you can say, okay, I want all the location in the world. Then this is called AWS WAF Web ACL. WAF mean web. What is that? Web application firewall. That's standard WAF, Web Application Firewall. So you can also implement the Web Application Firewall if you want another layer of security to your content. So SSL certification, by default, Cloudfront gives you a SSL certification. If you have your own certification or you have a different kind of security implementation, then you can bring your own certification and you can use that. So these are the version of the protocols, HTTP 1, HTTP 1.1, and these you can select any of these. Default object root is like a home.html. So you can give this configuration. So this means the object that you want Cloudfront to return, for example, index.html. When a viewer request points to your root URL, instead of a specific object in your distribution, they will see the home page. They will see the page, landing page. So what is this standard logging? What does this mean? Anybody? Logging. What is logging? What web services we are talking about here?
Uploading?
No. This is there's a web service which is used for the logging.
Within AWS, right?
Yes.
Is it CloudWatch?
Correct. See, that's what I was looking for. Okay, you can do the cookie logging. So remember, I gave you example. Sometimes you try to browse any website and you will pop up with the click on cookies enable. Then you will be able to browse the rest of the website. So this is what you can enable that kind of functionality here. By default, they're going to use IPv6 and distribution status enable. So that's all you have to do, this kind of configuration here. Once you are done, all you have to do, create distribution. See in the right hand corner, I click here and it is going to create the distribution. It will take 10 to 15 minutes. So what I did, I already created one for you because to save the time. So let me show you this configuration. So this is the name of the distribution. This is the ARN. What is ARN? Anybody? ARN. Amazon resource name. So that's the Amazon resource name is this. So this is a domain name for my this Cloudfront. So if I want to access this page from Cloudfront, see this is C drive right now. So if I want to access the same page, home page, which is in the origin, and the origin is S3, so I will use this URL. I will copy this and put into my URL. It will take me to the S3 bucket and will show me the same page. So these contents you see right now, this is Cloudfront distribution. This content is coming from the SW3 via Cloudfront using the edge location in the closest to my sources. Any question?
Sir, settings के time पे था. Why didn't we compress the data? As you said, compression से obviously हमें जगह ज़्यादा मिल जाती है.
हाँ, वो इसलिए कि देखें, let's see आपका think about this is just a simple one page. Think about you have a fully loaded website, e-commerce website, which has a different kind of content. They have dynamic content, they have static content, they have real-time data running on the website. Remember I showed you the example of a New York Times. They have all kind of contents on their website. They have weather, they have sports, they have livestock, they have pictures, all. So that, think about that. This is a huge data streaming. At the moment you click on the home page, everything should be displayed. It should appear on the browser. So data is coming from different part of different resources, and those data actually going through the network. So what they do, they can't once the data leave their region or Cloudfront, from the region, and made available in the nearest edge location, that data is compressed. So the next time you click on your browser again, so those data will come from the edge location, not from the region. So in the edge location, data is in a cache. Cache is a temporary data storage in the memory. So memory cannot hold that much data. So there is a technique called compression. They compress the data at the edge location. Okay, so this is all about this demo.